Hey guys, Christina here, welcome back to my channel. So I was going to do a 36 week update. I'm 37 in one day today, and my waters broke this morning at 7 a.m. We came to the hospital because the midwife wanted to confirm. I wasn't sure if I was leaking, if I was peeing myself, if it was my waters. So after leaking for like 4 or 5 hours, we texted the midwife or paged her, and she said to come to the hospital. Came to the hospital and they did some tests and confirmed my water has broke. And I haven't had any like cramping or contraction. I am having some cramping but not contractions, but I'm dilated a centimeter. So now we're just waiting to see an OBGYN who's going to talk to us with the midwife. Because I have gestational diabetes and because I'm insulin dependent, there's discussion around whether we'll stay here in our town's hospital or go into Vancouver to one of the bigger hospitals there. So yeah, we're just waiting to have a conversation.
It's for postnatal care?
Yeah.
They don't have that unit here, so that's why we'd have to do it.
And NICU, yeah. Because I have gestational diabetes, they're concerned that he might be born with low blood sugar, even though my sugars have been managed. So yeah, we have to have a discussion about whether we stay or go there, and kind of like if I'm staying in the hospital now until he's delivered, or if I can go home or for a little bit. So regardless, I'm technically in labor, I guess. So yeah, that's just to get you started. And yeah, we're a little unprepared, but mostly prepared. So yeah, we'll keep you updated. Okay, so it is now 3:51 and we're heading to North Vancouver to Lionsgate Hospital because the hospital in town doesn't have a pediatrician, and there is a little bit of concern, I think I mentioned this in the last update, that he may have more need than Squamish Hospital can provide. So we're heading down because we figure even if it's a small risk, our bases are covered down there. So we're just going, and it's about an hour drive, and 15 minutes maybe. And this is our scenery. I have been contracting for probably the last 2.5, 3 hours. It started out very mild, and now they are like really intense, really low in my pelvis. Like they feel like really extreme period cramps. And
the last one was 60 seconds.
The last one was a minute, but they're coming on every couple minutes to 40 seconds to a minute. I did have some bleeding and a little bit of clotting, which I didn't know if that was normal, so I like texted my midwife, and she said it was all pretty normal. So she's just like, go to the hospital now. So we're heading down. Hazel's at home. We have a friend coming to get her, and here comes another one.
Hopefully we make it, because it's an hour drive.
We'll make it. But this road is very windy, so just keep that in mind, sir.
Oh, I'm keeping it in mind. You know what?
Don't speed though.
I'm not going to speed, but I'm not going to drive like an old grandma like I usually do.
Okay, well.
I think I will find my way into the fast lane.
Okay, well, so that's just an update. We're heading down, and yeah, I think we're gonna have this baby today.
We might
have him today. March 30th. He's due on the 19th. I'm 37 weeks and 1 day. So he's
I like it. Why
he's
why
like,
just come early? That's like
classified as full term. Let's get the show on the road.
Yeah.
Okay, update when we were in the car on the way to the hospital with contractions. I'm pretty sure we got one of those on camera. When we got to the hospital, they basically like checked me in whenever they classified my contractions as mild, so I was still in like early labor. And we got here at like 5, and by 7 o'clock at night, I was on the floor, hands and knees, with contractions, involuntarily pushing. So the night staff was just coming on, and they promptly got me onto the bed to examine me and determined I was 8 centimeters dilated. So I dilated from 1 to 8 in a span of 5-6 hours. So it was pretty intense. I cried a bunch when I found out I was 8 centimeters.
Why did you cry?
Because I was just so overwhelmed with the fact that it happened so fast. I kind of wanted it to happen that fast. I didn't want it to have this like delayed, prolonged labor. And it just felt like it was happening and it was gonna just be done. But then ensued another 6 to 7 hours of active pushing labor. That was quite intense and exhausting, and he didn't move much out of the pelvis. So they had examined me twice in the 6 hours, and despite very intense contractions and pushing and all various positions and even a little help with oxytocin, he wasn't really moving. So we decided to have a C-section at about 2:30 in the morning. Yeah, and I'll go into more detail maybe about this later, but I was not wanting a C-section at all. And this whole pregnancy has been nothing but humbling and me surrendering to the fact that my body is the power greater than myself, and there is only so much my body can do. And despite my stubborn intent to have something perfect happen, it doesn't work that way. You just deal with what happens and what's dealt to you. And so gratefully our son Phoenix was strong and stable throughout the whole labor. I don't think I could have gone as long as I did if he was not.
Mm-hmm.
So he was born via C-section at 3:11 in the morning on March 31st. And he weighed 7 pounds, 2 ounces, and he was 37 weeks and 3 days gestational age.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
It was great. Like they were able to delay the cord clamping a bit, and then did a quick check, but then promptly brought him to me while I was still on the operating table. So we got a lot of skin to skin while we were in the OR still. And then we moved back to our room, back to our temporary room, and then they prepared us a suite. I keep calling this place a hotel.
This is our suite.
Yeah.
I mean, it is sweet. It's just me and her in here and all the nurses and stuff.
It's
They have their own bathroom at least.
we moved into the room about 5 a.m. on Wednesday morning, and slept for about 30 minutes that first night. And so it's been now less than 48 hours of feeding and diaper changes, and Andrew's been really great. Obviously he's had to take a lead on diaper changes and moving, because I was bedridden until last night, and then slowly starting to move around now. But there's a lot, because I didn't get an update in between now and the last one.
It happens quick.
Yeah, it happens so fast. I can't believe what the body has to go through for labor. It was just nothing I could have ever anticipated or expected. And yeah, I'll talk more about the C-section decision because it was really good. But yeah, we're good now. Baby's got a little bit of jaundice. My colostrum hasn't come in totally, and my milk's not in yet. Obviously, we're only not even to 48 hours into delivering. So luckily in BC they have donor milk available, and so we were able to get a lot of donor breast milk for him to just help with the jaundice. So we're happy and we're in love, and it's pretty amazing that he was like inside of me. I still can't believe it. So we're here for at least one more night, maybe two, depending on how the jaundice goes.
Hi, Phoenix. Oh. Got a little movement there. Okay, that's it?
Yeah.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers. Here we go. Hi. Just all smushed in there. The moment of truth. He's officially ours.
How are you feeling, Christina?
I'm so happy. I can't cry.
You did it, Boos! You got it. You made it out of there.
Yeah.
We all did it.
It's been a long process, but just thrilled to be going home now.
Yeah.
So, just an update. It's Saturday, April 3rd, and we've been released from the hospital, and we're on our way home. And little Phoenix is in his first car ride, and it has been a very emotional time for me. What has been happening? We've been in the hospital since he was born on Tuesday or Wednesday, the 31st. He had some jaundice, and my milk hasn't come in yet, although I feel like it's about to because I've been very emotional. I have this very interesting experience throughout my physical body today where it's like there's this tingling sensation all over my body, and everything feels very ripe and sensitive, and it's just, I don't know, I can only describe it as it feels like my milk's about to come in. And I owe it a lot to Phoenix because he has been amazing at latching, and I'm gonna cry again. he's been really good.
Team effort.
Yeah, he's been latching really good and sucking really good, and
Even though there was nothing there.
yeah, even though there was nothing there, he would spend 15 minutes on my breast nursing, and we also were able to supplement donor breast milk, like I think I mentioned that in the last update, with a syringe. So he's nursing on me, but he's getting through a syringe breast milk that was donated, and so from his perspective, him nursing on my breast is producing breast milk, and so it's a win-win-win situation for us all. And it has definitely been a team effort because Andrew has to be there with the syringe, and I have to be there with the boob, and Phoenix has to be there sucking, and so yeah, it's been quite the mission. But I feel like that because Phoenix has been able to do that every 3 hours, we're feeding him like that. I'm definitely being stimulated, my body's being stimulated to produce milk, so I feel like it's definitely on its way. And my emotional experience is also, I think, indicative of the flow will soon start, which is great. Yeah, so we're just heading home. It's just been, yeah, I don't know, we've just been in a hotel. We've been in the hospital room for 4 or 5 days, so it's nice to be out and breathing fresh air and heading home where we can really just get back to our roots and our stability. It's like, that home base where, you check in, and to see our other fur babies, Hazel and our cats, and next phase. Started the next phase, I guess. I don't know, what else?
Do you feel different?
I just feel really grateful and happy, and I have had this really gnarly experience in my neck that the nurses described for me, like looking down and holding him, but this tight, I don't even know how to describe it, but it's like it's connected from my head, and there's pain in my head, and it comes all the way down from the back into my neck, and it then like has roots into my back, and then I can feel it in my arms. It's very painful. I've had it for the last 2 nights. Today it's been more consistent throughout the day. They're saying it's just the posture, how I'm posturing myself, like looking at him, like looking down at him all the time. But I don't know, I also think that it could be something more emotionally manifested, or like, you know, something more, you know, the whole process of conceiving a child and carrying a pregnancy and delivering a child and having this child. It just feels like my body is processing this whole thing, and it's a physical experience that's definitely challenging. But yeah, I got 5 seconds left, so I'm gonna end this update and